You don't want me to do like a Mars Volta, like.
That's a bunch of gibberish. That's not Spanish. I can't do that. Imagine if that was so good that people were like, "This is a really good song. I wonder what he's saying."
Did you know that you're on?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, man, you gotta warn me when we're doing this stuff.
It's a big red bar.
I didn't say anything bad. Well, I'm not looking at it. I don't have eyes in the back of my fucking head.
Gentlemen.
That's why I didn't do the intro. Did you not? Welcome to the Adgrodcast. I said, welcome to the Adgrodcast. Welcome to the Adgrodcast.
Gentlemen, welcome. I almost said welcome.
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 Welcome to the Adgrodcast. I'm Adam.
I'm Graham.
And I'm Rodney. I feel...
And together we're Adgrod. In Pig Latin, my name is Ramgay.
right off the bat.
So I was thinking about this, actually. So I was in the ABC store to get my, I guess every 2 weeks budget of booze.
Right. You're very frugal with it.
And the guy was like, "Hey, I'm really glad you're using this reusable bag. We hand out a lot of them and we don't really see a lot come back in." And I'm thinking to myself, well, I told him actually, because normally I don't want to start conversations or talk to people. I look like I need the menu read to me. And I feel like I have to go out of my way as a balding, overweight guy, white guy with a beard.
Because of how you're dressed or because genetically you...
This is two different things, but I do feel like, I encourage discussion because, I have to go out of my way as an overweight white guy with a beard to establish that I'm not a white supremacist. So I look like this.
So you wear kitty cats rolled in burrito
he's talking to me.
T-shirts.
He's talking. He's like, "Hey, thanks for bringing this bag back." And I told him, well, yeah, it's good that we're using it now, but that there's just going to be a bunch of basically indestructible reusable bags now in the environment that we've made for the purposes of saving the environment. But they're just going to be around for forever. The only way that we can actually make sure that those aren't worse environmental items, things that will just last even longer.
Yeah, I get where you're going.
Reusable bag family heirlooms.
Dude, we are, as soon as you start it, I love it. You got to hand these things down because they're like a responsibility, right?
If you throw it away even in your own lifetime, or even shortly after you die, it's still just going to be around forever.
Would you get punished, or is it a government law at this point?
Why are
like an inheritance tax?
Why are you asking me?
Because I love your input. I love how he gives me little niblets and then he pulls back. He's like, "You're like a stepdad." You're like, "Hey, good job, but I don't love you." That's as direct as I can put it.
I'm just saying the only way that we can be sure that these reusable bags that have come into popularity in the last 20 years, more and more so, is if we keep them around for a few lifetimes.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, they'd have to be around forever, right? How long would they last? I'm asking science now.
Plastic?
Yeah.
I mean, that type of durable plastic?
Yeah.
Designed specifically to be more durable?
Probably 1,000 years, right?
1,000 years?
I think about that sometimes when I'm putting cat litter, the used cat litter in bags and then throwing it away. I'm just encapsulating this in petroleum forever.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Hey, can you grab me that shaker? There's a shaker down there. There we go. Perfect. It's probably the blue.
I can't hear
it's
anything
probably
out
the
of
blue
my
connector,
ear.
Rodney. For the listeners, he just hit it with his hand open palmed down like it was a bad dog.
Out of one ear. Here we go.
No, we'll get it. I need to hear. It's that blue box. I understand. Those cables go to our ears. There you go. I knew you had it in you.
I can't work under these fucking conditions.
You can't work at all.
How am I supposed to present this eulogy? At my uncle's, my favorite uncle's funeral. He was the kind of guy you invited by to come over anytime. It didn't matter when, didn't have to be then. Holiday times, no. My uncle had the best of times. He taught me the sweetest rhymes, made us sodas and limes. Well, little did I know that in his soda and lime would go a vodka treat that it got from the store down the street, until the day when we had to say goodbye to my favorite Uncle Guy. Well, it's the end of time for you. Your life is gone by and through, but these bags, during the reading of the will, I thought a thrill in my mind. What could be the thing that my great uncle left behind? He's not great, cause he's later than my mom. No, wait, I'm so confused now. Let me just get back to the song at hand. I've got here a plastic bag plan, a plastic bag plan. Cause in his will, he left me still a towering, hulking massive bags that he got from the ABC, where he got his shots to be in the lime and soda, yeah. At the time, he thought it was all fun, not realizing what my uncle had just done. When he took that bag into his possession, it was his responsibility until he died, and then it would be me, according to the will. No, I can't get rid of these bags, no, I can't give them away still. No one wants to be me and have the responsibility for the next half century. My entire life, my kids and wife will be surrounded by these plastic bags that reach the sky. Yeah, my uncle, he drank a lot, but no one knew that it was alcoholism that he got. He was a happy, joyous, fun man. He took us down to the park and held our hands, and we threw a football and a baseball too. Little did I know he was doing salsa too. Behind the big oak tree, you'll find me drinking like my uncle did back when I was 3 to 9. And now I find I have to drink, cause I got these plastic bags all the time. Yeah, what else do I do with them?
1,000 years though. Like, I do have trouble getting my brain around it.
What if it was like something you had to pass off, like a terrible curse? Like, would you like a bag with that? And they're like, paper, plastic. Just like buy one of these ones. And they're like, yeah, I want to help the earth. And then they're like, the curse has been passed to you.
Yeah, or like, in the distant future, we're like, glinglam, glinglam. Oh, and then like that's what we speak now. But I don't know.
Why?
Seems
Would
like
that
you
be
could
an
fit-
integration of an alien language or the destruction of our own language?
I feel like it'd be like a dumb, what is it, idiocracy?
We wouldn't be
where-
able to even understand English like 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, 400 years ago. It would be like them talking a different language. I'm just saying it would evolve. Okay, I don't know what it would
can't
sound
understand English now.
And then they're like, yes, now that our bodies are long and elongated and tall because we live in space You must have this ancient bag from our great
Uncle Graham.
Uncle Ramgay.
When they had app
They
stores.
all speak Pig Latin.
They all
now.
spoke in
They
Pig
all
Latin.
speak. So Graham and I were chatting a little bit. This is a really fucking funny idea. Like early on in Wars, Adam, when they started doing codes and stuff, Pig Latin would have been a thing, right? So they would have had to like have people that would decode Pig Latin. But although I haven't practiced, and I'm apparently really bad at it, it's been a while. Graham's really good at it.
Adney Ray.
Adney Ray, Ramgay, and Damn A.
Damn A.
Adam A. Is it just Adam A when it's a vowel? Isn't that how it works?
Damn A.
When would that be? Would that be like before World War I? When did Pig Latin come about?
I don't think Pig Latin is an effective code. We just can't figure it out.
The Germans are like, oh Lord, they are using a language we did not recognize.
And say the Roopsche to the Orsche
Amskray.
south of Erlenbay.
Amskray sounds very German.
Erlenbay?
What is Andenlay? What is Andenlay?
Sir, we can't figure out the German code. We don't understand where their troops are heading. Erlenbay, we've never heard of it. Erlenbay, Ermengay, Yeah. It'd have to be, all right. So this is a little known story about a small elite group of troops that were brought together to figure out this rare German code that was used early on in the war. It wasn't used very long, mainly because they cracked it so fast. But like most things that were never known before, it took a hot minute to figure out what was going on. Well, you see, at first, the US of A didn't understand what the Germans would say. We look at their code every single day. We couldn't figure out, no, every which way. We rearranged the letters. No, we couldn't figure it out. With every single soldier we lost, we tried about 1,000 times to figure out these German rhymes. Then one day I was being funny and I looked and say, Amskray, Amskray. And my partner, he looked at me and he looked into my eye and he could see that we had done it. We did it. We figured it out. We learned all about what the German scout was sharing in between every single troop. Erlenbay was Berlin, and soon we knew that we had to send all of our single troops to the sea and go to the ocean. Why the beaches we know? That's where the edges of the German troops will show. Yeah, and after further review, we knew that Hitler, hey, meant Hitler too. And we could figure out soon what he was shouting about in his crazy speeches. We didn't know it was actually German, so we went down and showed it to an expert in German linguistics. And once we took those two things combined, we took it to the Allies, and we find that now we all know what to do. So we met on the beaches, we and those two, the ants for A and the English A. Cause I don't think with a vowel you're supposed to move the first letter around. Didn't take long. Once we did it, they couldn't use that code anymore, and they quit it. So now we do nothing at all, cause we're heroes, all war long. life. I look at my kids, a picture of my dead wife and my great-grandson sitting right in front of me. I hand him a plastic bag from the ABC.
Hey,
You like that?
callback.
You
Good
like
callback.
that was little pig Latin. I always get nervous about things that can be measured and weighed. You know, like
Igpattenlay. Wait, measured and weighed?
yeah, like a challenge, like an actual test. I think I would panic during an actual, you know, like if someone. I've never taken an IQ test. What if someone asked me to do that now? What if it just proves the whole portion of my life I'm actually not smart?
I did take one, and it was not impressive.
See, that makes me nervous. Does it have anything to do with time in your life? Are you just sharper when you're younger? And
No, I did it when I was younger.
oh,
I feel
this
like
kid.
no. Although for what it's worth, I feel like it was too. It didn't weigh enough into things like creativity.
Like a
What
love,
the fuck are you talking about?
you know, like
It's all like raw numbers and like how do you process data?
This is all
and-
just real shit that I need to actually do things.
I think it's like critical thinking and like puzzle solving stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they're all varied, and none of them are real accurate.
It doesn't
for-
seem
Yeah.
important to
A
get
measurement
jobs
of
like
intelligence.
the president or, you know, unless you want to be... I mean, are there scientists who have poor IQs? Like, I guess Albert
Definitely.
Einstein, right?
There has to be because again,
Some
it's-
scientists need the menu read to them.
I want to do a song about a scientist who just bumbles his way through these brilliant things, but it would be
Like Mr. Bean as a scientist.
like Rain Man as a scientist.
See, that makes too much sense. He'd be great with data sets.
Yeah, but he's not gonna like figure out gravity. It's not gonna be like, definitely that apple fell from that tree because of gravity. Definitely. You know, I think at one point I did want to be a scientist, but I just realized there's so much more work because it was all for movies. Like, it just seemed like they would just get there, you know? You gotta go to a lot of schooling. I charmed my way through school, I think. I don't think I really worked that hard.
I went to music school.
Yes. What was the inflection?
Well,
Jazz school.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So then we
Wait.
found out we have no real skills.
Not for the keyboard, just so everybody knows. I'm terrible at this because I did not go to school for the keyboard.
I think it would be better if you let them think you went to school for the keyboard.
Oh, that would just be sad. That
What
would look
did you
bad.
go to school
that would
for,
look
Adam?
poorly on my university.
What did you go to school for?
The violin.
Violin. Okay. Well, check this out.
I went for mechanical engineering.
Okay. All right. I believe it. So many holes in there. I believe it. Fill them in. Fill all the memories in.
Mechanical, May.
When I was a tiny child, going in the wild, my parents thought I would be an absolute scientist. They would see I used to ask the questions, everything I needed to know. Why was the sun so bright? Where did that shooting star go?
Wait, was that the whole song?
No, man, keep going.
That was it. No, that was the whole thing.
Oh man, I had a whole thing in there. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Is this a joke?
No, is that Mr. Snake?
No, it was.
That sounds like Mr.
I had a
Snake to
whole.
me. I'm ready.
Who the fuck is Mr. Snake?
You're Mr. Snake.
Who is Mr. Snake?
Tell us. Tell us who Mr. Snake is.
All right.
Yes, I am, Rodney. Yes, I am.
Jesus Christ. Can't control my life with yes and. A tiny little snake, reptilian at best. My parents thought I would be a scientist, the best. Science snake in I love snake jazz. I love sweet treats. I love painting pictures of a super snake street. When my parents they found out all the things about me, they screamed and shout, no, it can't be. Yes, and yes, and this is my snake coming out song. They knew it all along. I'm gay, and I'll never be a scientist. No way. Not that you can't be. If you're gay, it's fine. If that's what you want to be. I just like musicals and creativity. No one quantifies it. No one quantifies it. No one quantifies it. No one quantifies my love. I know engineering, I know mathematics, but I'm not steering in that direction. No, I will be out there on the in the spotlight. I will always be living my best snake life on my
That is ridiculous. Chew on that fact. I think that's the end, right? No one tells me when we start or begin anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We just press buttons.
Hey,
Adgrodians!
Check us out on Instagram at AdgrodRVA. That is ADGRODRVA.
And on Facebook, just search Adgrod or go to facebook.com/Adgrod.
And if you're a fan of improvised Shakespeare, you can go to the Adgrodcast.tumblr.com.